Hello there, you're welcome to Addie's Chat. My name is Adiola. Most people call me Addie. Thank you so much for joining the channel again today. It's another beautiful Friday. It's been raining and it's a little bit sunny now, so that's nice anyway. Thank you so much for joining the channel, and you are welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Yes, this week actually, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who clicked on my video last week, everyone who shared my video about the free school meals. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the comments, all the people who personally messaged me about free school meals. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Keep sharing it. A lot of people need to know. I want to say that it might be difficult. There are councils. I know that there are councils out there that haven't actually put out a straightforward pathway or process for people on the exceptional role, really. But if you keep pushing, you keep sending them messages, copy the link to the government website just to show them they know, really. But because a few of them probably think they haven't got anybody in that category, that's why they haven't done it. So but keep messaging them, keep telling them, really, and they can create that pathway. The important thing is that if you are going through the stress now as a person, you're trying to get them to identify this category, just think about the next person. It will be a lot easier for them. So that's why we have to do this. If somebody can raise it, a few people can raise it within different councils, they would all really put together a proper pathway for people on this special category to actually access the free school meals, because a few people have told me that their account is not doing anything. So keep messaging them. If you need a template on what to write when you message them, I think Citizens Advice has a few templates that can help you. Just keep sending the same message. As long as you keep pushing, they would have a pathway soon. Yes, so thank you. This week I wanted to talk about something that this week, to be honest, I've had about 4 people actually speak to me about this, or just told me something actually about this, and it's about council housing. You would have seen it in the topic, really. I have talked about council housing in the past, really, a long time ago. I've talked about it. It is a big issue. A lot of people are struggling, and lots of people don't know how to get to the on the housing register for council housing. So today I said what I would do is just so I don't have to explain it all the time, every single time somebody contacts me, I thought I'll do a video so I can share this every single time somebody asks me about council housing. I have to put a disclaimer out there, really. Some councils will not use this point system that I'm talking about, but this most councils will actually consider you under all the points that I'm going to talk about, but they might score it differently. But they would, all the points that I'm going to talk about today, they will consider you under all these points. So if you're looking to apply for council housing, this will be points to note and to kind of show evidence that you are eligible under these points. So what was I going to even call I can't remember what I was going to call the title for today, but it was something along the lines of housing register points, or how you get points to get onto housing register. Anyway, I'll think of what I'll call it after we're done, really. But sit back. If you think this is something that someone's going to be interested in, please share it. Please like. There are loads of people watching. Please like, please subscribe, and thank you all the new subscribers. A few people have joined us again. I really appreciate you. Thank you for joining us, really. So I'm going to go to the points, really. The first one I'm going to talk about, I think I'll talk about the easy points first. That will make it so, and then we'll go on to the points that are a bit more complicated. So the first point, when you have applied for housing, one of the first few points, they don't have to take it in this order, but one of the points that will be considered as well that could give you points, because what happens is when you apply for housing, really, they have to score you. And as I said, not all councils will do this, but this is mostly what happens. So, but this is not, they don't take it as the gospel truth, really. They should have a scoring system before they let you bid, but some might not, but they should, really. So one of the first few things that could get you points is really your residency. So this is it. Every council has you have to have a local connection really to apply for housing in a particular area. You have to have a connection. The connection could be either you've lived there or you work there. Those are the two main connections that they take. And even if you have family living there, that's also a connection. But one of the key connections, and this differ from council to council, is if you live in that council currently, some councils, in the past it just used to be 12 months. If you've lived there for 12 months, really, in a council for 12 months, you can easily register for local housing. But most of them are going to 2 years, and yesterday actually I heard that a particular area has gone to 5 years. You have to have lived there for 5 years before you can be considered, really, or you could be considered if it's less than that, but you won't have a lot of points. So yes, I've got notes here, so that's why you see me looking at my phone, because I normally type my notes in my phone. That helps me just to remind me of what I need to say. I don't want to forget anything. So yes, but most places it should be between 12 months and 2 years. If you've lived there, you will score points for that. The applicant is an elderly person, elderly over the age of 60. Most councils will take that. Some will say 65, really, and they have lived in the area for about 10 years. That would give them points as well to register on the housing register. Another thing that would give points as the years go by, if you feel like registering, if you feel like putting your name forward, you should really, because every year you wait on the register, I think it gives you 2 points or 1 point. Every year you are on the register that you haven't been put forward, you get an extra 1 point or 2 points every single time. So even if you think you're not eligible now, just put your name forward, and that 1 or 2 points, it does, with time really, it would keep adding up. So that's a good thing to do. Yes. So the next thing is bedroom requirements. Really, you could get a lot of points here as well. How they would do it, again, this is not the gospel truth. It could be different from council to council, really. But what they would do, really, each adult couple or single parent will get, this is how they allocate the rooms, will get 1 bedroom. So that's a double bedroom, really. And any other adult in that household will get 1 single bedroom. 2 boys or 2 girls age 16, age under 16 will get 1 double bedroom where they would have 2 bed spaces, really. And then 1 child, either a boy or a girl, between the age of 10 and 15 will get 1 single bedroom. And 2 children between the ages of 0 and 9, whether they're a boy or a girl, they will get 1 bedroom with 2 double spaces, really. That's what they, how to break this down a bit further, but you would understand if you are going on the housing register. You would understand what I'm saying here. Yes, the other thing that's crucial, again, that they will look at and that could give you points is statutory overcrowding. So if they consider that the property you're living in currently before you apply is overcrowded, that's something that will give you a lot of points, really. And what they would regard as overcrowding, I suppose in every council is probably different to the other, but there is, I think you can Google it, the statutory overcrowding itself, really. There is a definition, and there's what they're looking for then. We'll move on to the next point, which is shared facility. So you get quite a few points here as well. If you are currently in a facility where you have to share a bathroom or kitchen with somebody else, so if you're living in shared accommodation or living in an accommodation with other people that are not people that you would apply, they're not your family members, essentially, really, you get more points for that. Also, you get points for poor housing condition. So this is really, this you could get a lot of points here. So it's broken down into, I think, about 3, really. If your property is found to have multiple category 1 hazard, so if your property is found to have multiple category 1 hazard requiring actions leading to the service or an improvement notice. So if there's a lot going on with that property, it needs to be improved, really, you will get a lot of points for that. The second one is if the property you're in currently has maybe 1 category 1 hazard or 1 category 1 hazard, and maybe category 2 hazard and environmental health are intending to give a notice for that property to be improved, you will get points for that as well. But the points for the first one, I've said, if you have multiple category 1 hazards in the property you're currently living in, you are likely to score a lot more, really. And the third one is if they find any category 2 hazards, really, and they do not intend to give notice, but they found category 2, could just be one category 2 hazard, that would also score you. Is maybe what I'll do is I'll probably just put the points on the screen as I go. It might be easier that way. There's not an easy way to really explain this. It's a little bit complicated, but if you take time to maybe watch one over again, you would get the points that I'm talking about. So another thing that you get points for will be lack of facilities. So if you are currently in a property that doesn't have a bath or a shower in the bathroom, no kitchen facility, no toilets, no inside toilets, no water supply, no hot water, no electricity, you would score points for that. So if you're currently in that type of property, really you should be applying straight away. If you are in a mobile home as well, you would score points for that. It won't be a lot of points. You would not score as many points as people that haven't got facilities in a proper home, really, but you will score points for that. And if you have limited means as well, you will score points for that. What do I mean by limited means? If you have insufficient income, really, to be able to get a property or to be able to get accommodation in that area, you score some points for that. So also for children, you will score points for being pregnant, and for having dependent children on the application, you score points for that. So that gives you more points as well. If you have any medical condition as well, ideally, they should have a different assessment for people who have a medical condition. They shouldn't have to register on the regular housing register where everyone else registers. They should have. But I've noticed again, a few people have kind of mentioned to me that their council doesn't have a different assessment for people with a medical condition. So I think at this point, what they would do is when you register, really, the medical side of things, I know that it will be splitted into different categories. So there will be medical assessment, people, no priorities, like people who have a medical condition, but it doesn't really impact on their day-to-day living. There will be low priority. So there's that means people that this condition is not a deterrent to their health, or a deterrent to their health, really. And there will be low to medium, where there is moderate deterrent to their health. And there will be high, and there will be urgent, really, where urgent is where is life-threatening, really. They will put those people first. If being in a particular accommodation is kind of life-threatening to their medical condition, they would actually come first before a lot of people, really, which is really good. There are other additional things where people could score points up. Who are fosters and adopters in that county. So if you are a foster parent in that county, or you've adopted a child in that county, really, you will score points, really, because they have a duty to actually house that child. So if you have adopted or foster a child, really, you would need more room, or you need a space for that child. So really, you are also put on a higher priority, really. Also, social factors, there's some actually give points for that. So people will need to move on hardship grounds. For instance, people who are living in an area where it's very expensive, they cannot maintain themselves, they would also be given points if they need to move to another area. Also, people who have no fixed abode, people who have no address at all, who don't have anywhere, they are also put on a higher priority. So remember that this is not people who are in a shared facility or they're sharing with somebody. It's just people who don't have any accommodation. Also, people security of accommodation. So what do I mean by security of accommodation? Some people are in assured tenancy, so they cannot just be thrown out at any minute. Some people have a property in that council. So people, again, will have a property and the council that they're looking to register for housing should actually follow another pathway as well. There should be another way that they can apply, because why are they not living in their own property? There will be so many reasons, and it has to be looked at. Separately. So but if not, it could be, again, it could come under the reason where I've talked about where the property, where there's category 1 hazard or category 2 hazard has been identified in that property, really. Yes, so these are the points, really. Also, people will score points for having a relative in that county that they're applying, or having a family member, not a relative. Family member is the word, and a family member will be classed as parents, children, brother or sister living in that county. So people will score points for that, really. So the process recognizes the fact that people want to be closer to their family as well, which is a good thing. Yes, so that's one thing that people will score points for. I know this video might be confusing, but I just wanted to it's the whole process of registering for local housing is a little bit complicated, really, and I just wanted to kind of mention what they're looking at, so that when people are applying, people can have those things at the back of their minds, and they know that this is what they're looking at when they're kind of assessing my application. So you kind of put your best foot forward, kind of thing. That's why I'm doing this video, and it would also be helpful for me. I wouldn't have to explain this every single time somebody asks me about what they're looking for or how they register, really. But again, every council is different, but most of what I've said will be what will be taken into consideration, really, in most councils. But I don't know what points they would give to each thing. That's what I don't know, but they would. Most of these things will be looked at, really. Yes, so I hope this has been helpful for you. If you still have any other questions, as I say, my email address is there. You can contact me if there's anything else you want me to talk about. To be honest, with housing, is quite complicated. It's not my specialist field, to be honest, but I know a little bit here and there about it, really. So, but if you have any questions, you can send them my way, and maybe I can do a video on it. I do like to do videos when people ask, when more people talk about things. I would do a video on that, really, because it's just easier. But anyway, I just wanted to say to everyone, have a great week, and I'll see you next Friday. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, share with friends, share with family. Yes, share with family. I've got a video on grants. I think I'm going to grants that can make, because again, a few people are asking about how to get back into work. So I've got a video on grants. I've forgotten what it's called now. Anyway, there's a grant that can help you access work, really. I've got a video on that, so I'll put that somewhere here or in the description, or after the video, really. But yes, so thank you everyone who's always here, everyone who's been here since day one. I really appreciate you guys. You are just amazing. Yeah, thank you. I'll see you all next week. God bless you. Bye.
God of Abraham, you're the God of covenant.